before you lost the strap, were you worried about how your position would drop once that belt was removed?
Oh, I
from
knew.
you?
I didn't know. I never knew what they might do with me because we had never discussed anything further.
So there was no plan after a title drop.
Until after the Warrior, and after the Warrior, there really wasn't anything other than Vince said that he wanted some. I'm going to need some return matches with a guy. And I was like, roll my eyes, like, oh, are you shitting me? And so I went out and did the best I could with the guy. But he never told me past that point where I was going. But I knew I was boxed in because I had pulled the power play on the Randy situation.
Right.
I didn't have any cards left in the deck.
So you knew that there was a backlash coming.
Oh, I knew. Oh, yeah. I knew that Steely Dan was getting ready for me again.
Right. And you had.
And this time there ain't gonna be no slip sliding in there, buddy. It's going all the way mean.
A no lose.
It's
Steely
going
Dan.
raw. RAW.
Now you stated.
It sounds. I mean, we laugh about it, but I mean.
At the time, I'm sure it wasn't funny.
It was fucking true.
Yeah, it wasn't funny at the time, I bet.
I mean, it wasn't literally true, you idiot fans, that they were going to give me the Steely Dan. It's a figure of speech, you assholes.
That's a new T-shirt for you.
I think Steely Dan might be copyrighted, but we can work on that. So, leading up, you
Howard Fink and those guys, he'll probably show Vince and look at this son of a bitch. Man, he's fucking nutcase.
We're never putting him in the Hall of Fame. I thought this was the kinder, gentler Honky Tonk Man. What happened from the beginning? How did we get here?
Some memories never die.
Unbelievable. But you were okay with the Ultimate Warrior thing.
Well, I mean, I knew. I mean, the writing was on the wall.
Right.
Like I said.
Now, according to you, and this is research I've done, they warned you, or not warned you, but they had given you a plan, like what was coming with the Warrior.
Because of the Randy situation, then there was a laid out plan with the Warrior.
Right.
So I had no problem. The plan was fine. I agreed to it. I liked it, and it was ultimately at the end to lose a belt was my call. Do it the way I want. I didn't ask for that at all, but I was given that opportunity. I mean, I didn't go in and demand, okay, here's how I'm going to lose or anything. I didn't say a word. I said, sure, no problem. I said, how do you want to do it? And he said, you do it however you want. I just need him over, and I need him over strong.
So that you called that finish?
Yes.
Wow.
From curtain to curtain.
That was a good call.
It was all mine.
That was a good call.
Everything. Every move that was made, every thing that was said, the whole works.
It's fascinating.
Because they needed a cue to send him out. They gave me the mic time to do it, and I said, I need to come out and say this. And the cue was, get me somebody out here to wrestle. I don't care who it is. I came here today to wrestle. Now get me somebody out here. And I gave the microphone back to Howard. And within about, I don't know, they waited about, 30 or 40 seconds.
They waited a
to
while.
Just get a little drama. And then hit his music, and that was it. And every move was all mine.
So with the belt off you, at this point in your career, does legacy mean anything to you? Like, are you?
No, I knew I was going to work these return matches with him, and how long they were going to last for 2 months, 3 months, I had no idea.
Right.
Vince never said. He just said, I'm going to need some return matches with him.
But do you look back on what you accomplished with how many days you had the title and that you were in fact the longest running?
I never even it never even crossed my mind until years later.
Okay.
Years later, when the fans actually did something good, they were the ones that reminded me of all these dates and times.
Right.
I didn't even think about that. Didn't care. It didn't matter.
Right.
But what's a legacy without a fucking paycheck?
Yeah. Not everybody has that. Not everybody has that same. I've asked that question to pretty much everybody, and not everybody has that same answer.
Well, I mean, shit, but it looks good on your goddamn tombstone, I guess. 15 months, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Fuck, he ain't got enough money to bury the cocksucker. Who's gonna pay that fucking bill?
I think it'd be copyright infringement if you put the Intercontinental title on your tombstone.
Maybe, I don't know. Fuck.
But anyway, so
Bury me with it.
So you don't. You no longer have.
I want to take it to my grave.
So without the strap, what's the mentality of the Honky Tonk Man now? Are your eyes on WCW? What's the future? Are you worried?
I knew WCW was there because they were getting bigger,
right,
and stronger, and signing more contracts, and they had taken Steamboat then, because now he had come back into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't stay gone forever.
No, he was back with the Dragon gimmick.
Yes, so after the Warrior, it was do some jobs on TV, put Brett over, and then I knew that I'm gonna be jobbed out completely. And Vince said he wanted to put me doing commentary, TV commentary. He says, you can talk and everything. I think you'd be great on commentary. I said, Vince, I still think I have some legitimate time and in front of the camera, not behind it. And no, this will be good. But then it was a 3-man team, which is extremely difficult, and had Daffy Duck there. That's what I call Roddy, Daffy Duck, because he wouldn't be quiet. You couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Right.
So I was kind of like behind the 8 ball on that.
Did you have to be talked into that? Or were you accepting?
No, I went along with it because I still was looking for some longevity somewhere, but I knew going behind the camera into the microphone situation that coming out of that, you don't ever get back into the ring anymore.
Yeah.
Because commentators, once you've been reduced down to doing commentary, then you're not really a legitimate wrestler anymore.
Right. Well, that happened to Randy.
So that's how I feel about that. It just was. I thought it would work. I thought it would have worked, and then there again, the knives came out, and some things happened on the way to the promised land. Plane tickets that didn't show up, and nobody to pick you up. And I'm supposed to have somebody pick me up, drive me to the garden to do commentary. Nobody there.
No one cares about the commentator.
Never happened to anybody else, though.